Your phone buzzes with a message from your mom, pulling you out of your memories. Whoops, guess I should have told her where I am. You send your mom a quick text so she doesn't worry before you swipe back to Dakota's video. Dakota looks surprisingly healthy as he smiles at you from the screen. You were always there for me, huh, Teach? Whether I wanted you to be or not. You don't know when he managed to film this at the hospital, but it's been too long since he looked so much like your Dakota. I wish you were here. With every heartbeat. Chapter 12. Left Behind. The next day you meet up with Jaden and Heather outside of Edenbrook Hospital. You get the sense they're nervous. Is it just me, or did this place get bigger? Right? Like, I swear it doesn't look this big from the freeway. You're not wrong. It's kind of a giant maze in there, but it's, I'm a very experienced tour guide at this point. Promise. You lead them towards the front door. So, how's Dakota looking these days? I mean, I saw the pic you posted on Pictogram together. Jaden gestures towards your shaved head. The Furiosa look suits you, by the way. Thanks. Like, really sick, right? Honestly, Jaden, he's doing well, all things considered. He's lost a lot of his energy, so he's not as talkative as usual, but he's coping. I can't imagine a quiet Dakota. Don't worry, he's still pretty loud compared to a normal person. They both seem to relax a bit at your joke, although some of their uneasiness remains. Are you sure he's okay with us being here? Listen, you told me you were gonna go with it regardless, so... Yeah, we don't want to barge in on him if he's feeling weird about it. I'm sure. It took a little convincing, but Dakota's looking forward to seeing you. The three of you enter the hospital. You start towards the elevators, but quickly notice that Jaden has stopped in his tracks. Hey, do you think we could make a quick stop at the gift shop before we head up to see him? I want to get him something so he knows we're all rooting for him. That's a sweet idea. I was thinking the same thing, but I had no idea what he'd want. Maybe a stuffed bear? Or is that like a little kid gift? Sage, you know Dakota better than we do. Will you help us pick a get well soon gift for him? Dakota could use a pick-me-up since Mateo got out, and I'm sure I could help them find something just right. Help Heather and Jaden pick out the perfect gift for Dakota to get well soon, to cheer him up and improve your relationship with all three. You can even pick out a gift to give Dakota yourself. I mean, fine, except hospital shops kind of suck sometimes. I'm sure we can find the perfect gift if we put our heads together to the gift shop. You lead Heather and Jaden to the hospital gift shop. The shelves are packed with stuffed animals, flowers, cards. I don't even know where to start. Any tips, Sage? Let's start with a card and go from there. Together the three of you sift through the Get Well Soon cards, looking for one that strikes the right note. Hey, Sage, I know you said Dakota's looking forward to our visit, but he did want to see us, right? What do you mean? I just know he hasn't been open to visitors before now, and we kind of ambushed you the other day. You don't say. It's fine. It took a little persuading, but he talked about nothing but your visit last night. Especially after I reminded him that he needs his friends, told him you wouldn't take no for an answer, threatened to not kiss him until he let you visit. Remind him that he needs his friends. Hell yeah. I'm glad he listened to you. He pulled away from everyone at the school so suddenly, and we were getting pretty worried. No, it's good you're here now. Seeing you will help. You think? Definitely. What about the card? Jaden holds up a Get Well Soon card with an image of a cat dressed up as a doctor on it. Oh, nice. Cute. Dakota will love it. Now, to pick out a gift. What about this guy? Ah, Jaden's pick. A stuffed lion. Whoa, he's adorable. And cuddly. It'll be like we're giving Dakota a hug anytime he needs it. I was thinking we could go in a different direction. Maybe something like this. Heather holds up a little terrarium full of succulents. This way, we're bringing some of the outdoors inside, you know, since he's stuck in there all the time. That's great, too. Dakota would love either of these gifts. Well, which one do you think we should get him? You can't go wrong with either, but if you want to pick one, that's easy. Remember he made the comment about how every wing or every person should be able to have access to the one flowers and everything wing for the patients? Yeah. Great. Dakota will fit better with a little bit of fresh air by his bedside. What about you, Sage? Are you gonna get Dakota anything while we're here? Oh, the strip is for you two. You cut off as your eyes land on the perfect gift for Dakota. A journal. You grab the journal off the shelf and flip through the empty pages, inhaling the new book smell. This is perfect. Dakota can vent about his feelings or jot down new ideas for his next movie. Then you should get it for him. I will. The three of you share a grin as you make your way towards the register. As the three of you exit the gift shop, Jaden smiles at you. Thanks for helping us pick out a present, Sage. Yeah, it means a lot to us. My pleasure. I can't wait to see the look on Dakota's face when we give it to him. You lead Heather and Jaden through the winding labyrinth of Edenbrook towards Dakota's room. I gotta ask, is Dakota gonna be wearing one of those gowns that shows off your butt? Yes, but he usually wears pajamas under, so there'll be no butt viewing. Why is that your concern, dude? Why are you concerned about seeing his butt? You knock quietly on the doorframe and then enter the room. Dakota looks up from a book and circles beneath his eyes, darker than ever. Hey. Hi, Dakota. Heather nudges Jaden with her elbow when he hesitates. Hey, it's great to see you. I see Sage prepped you well. He lifts his arm so you can hop onto the bed and slip under it. Hey, me? I would never. The two of you grin at each other, then look back at the others. Besides, these two didn't need much prep. It was just a warning, but about accidentally seeing your butt. Who said it's an accident? I think it's my best side. It's definitely your back side. Ha! The four of you laugh, the mood lightening. We miss you, Dakota. Yeah, AV Club's not the same without you. I miss you guys too, and I'm sorry I didn't let anyone visit for so long. Dakota rubs the back of his neck self-consciously. I guess I was hoping I'd be back at school so fast, no one would even notice I was gone. As if people would notice the giant Dakota-sized hole. Hey, a guy can dream. We got you something. You did? Jaden hands Dakota the gift bag. Dakota peers into it, breaks into a huge smile as he pulls out the gift. Oh, cool. A little terrarium. Heather picked it out. Dakota grins at Heather and places the terrarium on the side table near the window. I love it. I'll think of you two every time I see it. Good, because we're always thinking of you. Yeah, we're rooting for you. You can see Dakota's eyes watering a little as he smiles at them. He clears his throat as his eyes dart over to you and then narrow. What about you, Teach? I see the bag you're hiding behind your back. Oh, this old thing? You offer the gift to Dakota, and he opens it to find a journal. It's perfect. Now I have somewhere to document all the reasons why you're the best girlfriend ever. I think you might need a few more journals for that. Okay, you two. You have company. Sorry. Now, tell me everything I've missed since I've been stuck in here. Sage's horrible source of school gossip. Hey. I'm still pretty new, remember? No one trusts the new girl with the good stuff. You were new. You've had the better part of a school year to learn who everyone is. I know who they are. I just don't know what they're up to. To be honest, the school year is kind of boring in terms of gossip. Heather shoots you a look and you can't help but feel a little guilty. The hottest gossip around school has been about Dakota, but you can't exactly tell him that. What about AV Club? Mr. Jenkins always manages to attract drama. Well, Wesley does the announcements with me now. I've been replaced by Wesley Lewis? Ouch. Don't worry, he's terrible. Whenever you want your job back, it's yours. Oh, that ouch was for Jaden. That must hurt, man. Having to carry that much comedic dead weight first thing in the morning? Right? Can you believe the dude is taking Emily to prom? Really? I thought you were gonna ask her. Yeah, you've had a crush on her for forever. What? No, I don't have a crush on anyone. Oh, sorry, my bad. You two are going together, right? Dakota reaches for her hand and gives you a light squeeze. You can't help but notice how weak his grip has grown in the hospital. Well, that's the plan. And we're sticking to it. As the visit continues, Heather and Jaden loosen up. Soon they're chatting about colleges. I just heard from Texas last night. I didn't get a football scholarship or anything, but I can still try to be a walk-on. What about you, Heather? Have you heard from MIT yet? Not yet, but they should be sending stuff out by Saturday, and I already got into a couple of my safety schools. Have you heard from any colleges, Sage? You realize you haven't given college a single thought since submitting your applications. It strikes you that Dakota hasn't mentioned college in a while either. Not yet, but I haven't checked my email today. I will later. Eventually you notice Dakota's shoulders slumping lower and lower. It's getting late. Oh, of course. We should let you get some rest. Thanks for coming, you two. I'm really glad Sage talked me into it. So are we. Stay in touch. I will. I'll walk you guys out. You lead them towards the hall, but as you glance back, you see Dakota reaching out to touch one of the succulents. The journal open in his lap. Out in the hallway, Heather pulls you in a big hug. Jaden joins her, making a Sage sandwich. Thanks, Sage. Seriously, it means a lot that we got to see him. I'm just glad I could help. That night, your phone dings as you help your mom clean up the dinner in the kitchen. Who's that? It looks like it's from Amy. I got in Langston freaking College! What? Just blank line. Oh. Congrats. Good news! Amy got into her dream school. She's freaking out. That's wonderful. Wait, does that mean everyone's college acceptances are out? No. It depends on the school. Mom, we've been over this. What about the schools you applied to? Are those out? I don't know. I haven't looked. Sage Woods, get your computer out this minute. I'll check later. It's not important. Your future isn't important. You know what I mean. I do, but honey, checking your acceptance isn't a betrayal of Dakota. I back a sigh and get your laptop, opening it on the kitchen counter. Your mom watches over your shoulder as you log into your email to find messages from your top schools, both beginning with congratulations. You did it, sweetheart. I'm so proud of you. Thanks, Mom. I know you don't have to decide right away, but Massachusetts State is clearly the top contender, right? I wonder why you think that. It can't be because it's so much closer to home than California. Your mom laughs and gives you a big hug. Her joy is so contagious, you laugh with her. Oh, honey, I don't know how you're going to choose between Grantmont University and M State. In the back of your mind, you can't help think of Dakota. Will he be in college in LA next year, or will he be still stuck in that tiny hospital room? All alone. Neither do I, Mom. The next day. You return to Dakota's room and find him in bed, struggling to open a pudding cup. Stupid piece of... Don't tell me you're losing a fight to a vanilla pudding. It's not funny. Your smile drops as you take in his stormy expression. He lets out a growl of frustration as his fingers refuse to cooperate around the lid. Hey, why don't you let me do that? Reach for the pudding cup, but Dakota snatches it away and turns his glare on you. I can do it. I don't mind. Damn it, Sage, I'm not a baby. Wow, Dakota. Are you having a bad day? Oh, great. Condescension. That's exactly what I need right now. I was just asking. Okay, fine, yeah, I'm having a crappy day and a crappy year and a crappy life. I'm 19 years old and the stupid hands can't even open a stupid cup. He rolls a pudding at the wall. It bursts open on contact, splattering the wall with its gooey insides, and you wince. It'll get better, Dakota. And what do you know about it? Your mom's a doctor, not you. And you don't know anything. You barely even know me. How can you say that? Because it's true. We met less than a year ago. No amount of plead the fifth can change that. So, we care about each other. Yeah, well, I'm releasing you from that obligation. Obligation? It's fine, Sage. When we got together, we said it was just a senior year thing, and senior year is mostly over. No need to take this in anything more than it's just because you made the mistake of choosing to date the cancer guy. You grit your teeth, blood pumping furiously through your veins. Oh... We get like this. I say we because I have my bad days too, but you typically have to breathe in, calm yourself, and realize it's no one else's fault. It's the disease you're fighting. How can you trivialize what we've been through? Last I checked, I was the one going through everything. You've got a pretty cozy seat on the sidelines. You're so hurt you don't know what to say. You spin on your heel and march out waiting for Dakota to call after you and apologize. But he doesn't. You keep walking until you find yourself in your mom's empty office. You sink into her chair, your head in your hands. Frustrated tears prick at your eyes. What the hell just happened there? Did he really just break up with me? What do I do? Sit back with a sigh, and there's an idea that hits you. You pull open a drawer in your mom's desk and fish out her car keys before leaving her a note. Soon you meet Mateo at Lennox's house across town. Exchange a worried look as you catch him up on your fight with Dakota. Has he said anything to you guys about me? Have I done something to upset him? While pushing you away. Last time we saw him, he was singing your praises, actually. I don't get it. What happened? He's probably just having another bad day. That's what we figured when he told us not to come see him this morning. I've seen him on bad days before. This was different. He was a total jerk. Honestly, I'd use an even stronger word. Lots of them. Let him fly. You're not on his side? No, I am. But I'm not going to stop you from swearing about it. You're on his side? He was our friend first, and he's sick. I'm always on his side. No offense, Sage. I just want us all to be on the same side again. He did this to us once, remember, Mateo? Just before that clinical trial. Yeah, I remember. Look, Sage, we get it you don't want to talk about that right now. Sometimes you just gotta give Dakota space. We could help Sage if we wanted to talk it out. I bet we could get on the bottom of their fight. Mateo turns to you, his eyes kind. We could even practice, what you want to say to him. I do a really good Dakota impression, and give you a chance to work out exactly what you want to say. It would be nice to get your perspective on this whole thing. Yes, your show rules square as you give others a determined look. Let's do this. Alright, great. You be you, I'll be Dakota. Len, you can be Lamp. The role I was born to play. Mateo plops down on the couch and gives you a pitiful, sad expression. Teach, is that you? Yeah, Dakota, it's me. We need to talk. Bzzzt. Terrible start. What? Why? Mateo drapes a dramatic arm over his face. There's nothing to talk about. I told you to leave, so leave. But I said go. Game over. Next, he's pressing his call button, getting you escorted out, which nurses and security will totally do no matter who your mom is. So how do I start then? You can't give Dakota any room to BS you. Just walk in there and start talking. He'll try to interrupt you, but you can't let him. Just keep steamrolling him with love. Here, I'll show you. Mateo, you be Dakota, I'll be Sage. Sure. Can it, Winchester? I know exactly what you're trying to do, and it's pathetic and insulting. I'm not an idiot, Dakota. I know what I signed up for when I decided to stay with you, and the fact that I'm here for the long haul doesn't give you the right to treat me like trash. Whoa. Feel free to steal any of that. I forgot how scary it was to be on the receiving end of a Linux blast. How often do they happen? Rarely. Not many people are worth getting that worked up over, you know? I like her even more. But Dakota is. Definitely. And sometimes it's the only way to get through to him. You sigh softly. I don't know if I can walk in there and start yelling at my sick, scared boyfriend. That's the thing is you're looking... Okay. Oh! He doesn't want to be treated like that. How about that? You don't have to yell. Just say what you have to say without the room for interruption. Here, I'll be Dakota this time. Mateo's version is too dramatic. You wound me. Mateo clutches his heart. Lennox rolls her eyes and pushes him over to make room on the couch. She turns to you with a serious expression. Sage... Dakota, I know what you're doing, and it's not gonna work. I'm not gonna let you push me away. I might die, Sage, soon. Are you prepared for that? I know that's a possibility. It's more than a possibility, Sage. Tell me why I shouldn't have you escorted out of here right now. Tell me why I shouldn't spare you the grief of watching me die. Because pushing me away isn't gonna make your death any easier for me to deal with. In fact, it's gonna hurt. It's gonna make it hurt a hell of a lot more for both of us. That's it. That's what he needs to be reminded of. I think you're ready, Sage. After she's been done training in the hyperbolic chamber for a year. I don't feel ready. I feel kind of scared. Don't be. Dakota cares about you. He just needs some sense knocked back into him. He nodded, hesitating for a moment. Can I ask, what happened between you guys during Dakota's dark days? You said he treated you the same way? Yeah, we had both been discharged from the hospital, so it was just Dakota stuck in Edinburgh. He was worse than he'd ever been. We went to visit him one day, and he told us he never wanted to see us again. He stopped taking our calls, replying to our texts. He told us his parents not to let us in. But why? The moron thought he was doing us a favor. He said it'd be easier for everyone if he left fewer people behind after he, well, you know. That's so... it can be construed as noble. But it's also stupid. Well, he was only 13. This isn't like back then, though. It's not? Of course not. You're a game changer, Sage. Dakota's may have fallen into an old habits, but we know you'll break him out of them in no time. Just remember, take no prisoners. Mateo wraps you in a warm hug. It's exactly what you need right now. Let us know how it goes. Hey, you know, you could always join me. I will. Out in the hall, then surprise him, be like, see, we're back, haha. Soon, you're back at the hospital, standing outside of Dakota's room. Okay, Sage, you can do this. Take no prisoners. You take a deep breath and open the door. Dakota, we need to talk. You came back? Of course I came back. We have unfinished business. Sage. No. You had your turn to talk, and you used it to say some awful things, so now it's my turn. Fair enough. You stand at the end of Dakota's bed, gripping the rail for support. I know you're scared of what might happen in the future, and I know you're trying to protect me from the worst possible outcome. Pushing me away isn't going to do either of us any favors. If you die, I'm not here. I'm not going to feel like I dodged a bullet. And if you get better and I missed out on being here for you, well, I'd never forgive you for that either. He swallows. Can I say my thing now? Okay. I'm really sorry for what I said to you before. You're right. I was trying to push you away. And I regretted the moment you walked out the door. Then why didn't you call me back? I've been trying to summon up the courage to do exactly that ever since you left. But I also thought maybe if my dumb plan worked, you'd be better off. Well, you're wrong. I know. I'm so sorry, Sage. Can you ever forgive me? Dakota, there's nothing to forgive. I know you're gonna have bad days, and I'm here no matter what. Just maybe give me a heads up in the future. I will. I promise. Dakota reaches for your hand and you let him take it, finally sitting on the bed beside him. From this moment on, I'm treating you like the amazing person you are. No more outbursts or pity parties, promise. Pity parties are okay, Dakota. I'm happy to throw you one whenever you want. I think I've been pitied enough for one day at least. How'd you figure it out, anyway? That you were pushing me away? You're not as subtle as you think, Winchester. Good thing I want to be a director, not an actor, huh? You smile at each other, and you finally feel some of the tension from your fight release. So what's your plan for the rest of the afternoon? I think I need to spend some quality time with my wonderful girlfriend. Maybe do a bit more groveling so she knows just how much I appreciate her. I like the sound of that. What'd you have in mind? Dakota's face lights up with a familiar smile. What about a walk in the park? Just you and me. The park, like outside the hospital, is that even allowed? Let's just say the nurse on duty agreed to look the other way, as long as I promise to stay warm and not exaggerate myself. What do you say, Teach? Want to get actual fresh air while we can talk? Listen, I know. Okay, it's overexert yourself. I suddenly had a pang in my head. Leave me alone. Let's get you out of here. Dakota smiles, just like the sun coming out of a cloudy day. He kisses your cheek, squeezing you tight. I was hoping you'd say that. Let me get changed. You start to help him out of the bed, pausing when you realize just how heavily he has to lean on you. Maybe I should bring the limo around to you. Oh, good idea. You grab a wheelchair from out in the hall while Dakota changes. You help him into the chair and then pile as many blankets as you can in his lap. How's that? Snug as a bug in a furnace. Then we're ready to roll. A cool breeze hits you as you leave the hospital. Stop. What's wrong? Nothing. He closes his eyes and spreads his arm out wide, letting the fresh air wash over him. Oh, just enjoying the moment. You follow the path around the hospital and down the street, heading for the park. Better? The best. He takes your hand and draws you down to his level. His free hand cups your cheek as he brushes his lips against yours. Especially when I get to do that. You smile at him. You find a quiet bench to sit on. Positioning his wheelchair next to you, you reach to take his hand again. Dakota, what happened this morning? I mean, I know what you were trying to do, but why today? Did you get bad news or something? No, I didn't get any news. Good news or bad. I guess that part's the problem. I feel like I'm in a limbo here. I have my chemo sessions, and then I wait for nothing to happen. I don't get better, and I don't get worse. That doesn't sound so bad. Oh God, never say that to someone. It's not, and I know that, but while I'm stuck here, everyone else is moving on with their lives. The patients in the rooms around me rotate. Everyone at the school gets to think about prom and graduation and where they're going to go next year. Meanwhile, I'm still waiting to decide whether I should defer for a year or risk losing my spot at SBC if I'm too sick to go. Dakota squeezes your hand tight. But I'm not frustrated. Just for me. I don't think I haven't noticed that you stopped talking about your future, too. You haven't even mentioned college in weeks, and I know you must have heard back from some schools by now. Dakota? I didn't want to upset you by talking about it. You won't upset me. I want to talk about your future. I want to get excited with you. It just feels insensitive, I guess. I know, but I want you to do it anyway. If you really don't want to go to school next year for your own sake, then fine. It's not for everyone, and I get that. But I can't bear the thought of you putting your life on hold for me. Give Dakota a long look. You see nothing but sincerity in his expression. Then you should know, I got into my 2 top schools. Really? That's amazing. Congrats. So that's gotta be M State and what was the other one? Grantmore University in California. Do you know which one you're gonna pick yet? No clue. Grantmore would be closer to SBC, but M State is closer to home and my mom. So you don't voice over the other reason. Staying in state means staying close to Dakota, if he doesn't get any better. When's the deadline? I have a while. Plenty of time to make a very detailed pro and cons list. Oh, then throw them out and follow your heart. Something like that. The 2 of you keep moving along the path, going slowly, so Dakota doesn't miss a thing. You've just passed the fountain when Dakota's phone buzzes in his pocket. I bet that's Lennox and Mateo. They mentioned they'd check in later. It's, Amy, actually. Amy? Yeah, she's been dropping off her homework so I can keep up with my classes. Why didn't she tell me? Why didn't you? He hesitates. We have kind of a complicated history. You think back at all the times you've seen the 2 of them interact. She has always been a little weird around you. You know how I never really told anyone at school about my cancer until this year? Well, I did tell one person years ago. Amy knew? Yep. It was freshman year, and I spent a whole lot of studying in the library to make sure I kept up with my classes after the school had missed. Of course you met Amy there. She's a creature of habit. We started studying together during lunch and texting each other all the time. We kissed exactly one time in science fiction section, and after I just kind of blurted out that I had cancer, she reacted like I was contagious. We basically didn't speak until this year, the day you and I met. Dakota, I can't believe she treated you like that. It doesn't sound like the Amy I know at all. It wasn't. She changed a lot since then, and to be fair, it's a big thing to hear after a kiss. Looking back, I think she just reacted in the moment, and then didn't know how to talk to me about it. Did she break your heart? I don't think I'd go that far. We were just kids, we weren't in love or anything, it just sucked. Well, what she did break was my trust. I was too afraid to tell anyone else. I'd been sick for a long time after that. I pretty much just avoided getting close to anyone at all. Until you. You wrap your arms around Dakota's shoulders, holding him tight. I'm glad you did. Me too. I'm gonna have some serious words with Amy next time I see her, though. I appreciate that, but it's not necessary. She apologizes every time she drops off more homework, profusely. Amy and I are good. The 2 of you start to head back towards the hospital. As you approach the imposing building, Dakota puts his hands on the brakes, bringing the wheelchair to a halt. I'm not quite ready to go back in. What do you want to do instead? I've still got some making up to do with you. You grin as Dakota pulls you close. You perch sideways on his lap and wrap your arms around his neck. I think you mean you have some making out to do? Ah, why not both? His lips find yours, the kiss is growing urgent as his hands hold your face close. You sigh happily as he deepens the kiss. Dakota. You savor the comforting familiarity of his lips, putting all the pent-up emotions from the past few hours into the kiss. Sage. The two of you stay like that for a long time, as if you're the only people in the world. But all too soon, you have to return to the hospital. Dakota films a return journey on his phone, pointing it at a concerning-looking nurse. I was about to go looking for you two. I told you half an hour tops. Dakota, you didn't tell me we had a time limit. Oh, it was a beautiful day to limit it to half an hour. The nurse gives an exasperated but fond look. Warren sigh. Oh, you better get back to your room. Your oncologist is waiting for you. Try not to look like you've been anywhere near fresh air, okay? Done. You wheel Dakota back to his room where his oncologist is waiting inside. What can I do for you, Doc? Are your parents here today, Dakota? I have your latest test results, but we should go over them all together. I'm over 18, you can tell me now. That's true, but... The oncologist eyes you dubiously. I can leave. No, it's okay. I want you here. Just tell us what's happening, Doc. Dakota, I'm afraid your cancer is growing too fast for the chemo. The only option we have left is to get very, very aggressive. It's time for a bone marrow transplant. So without further ado, please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Add down description below links to social media, Discord, and if you'd like to support me and my content without further ado. Thanks for watching. It means a lot. Please share this channel, share these videos, share what you can with the outside world. It means a lot. And it is my wish that to grow this community as big as I can. And I'm not asking for monetary things. It's kind of like my make-a-wish. And that people genuinely enjoy my content. And I was hoping to leave this world with something before I go. So, please do that. Thank you. Good day.